guys, it's 9 o'clock, which means it is time for your kettlebell session. You may want, again, a couple of options for weights. We are doing some swings today. We're going to be going overhead. So if you have the options, great. If not, we'll make do and can come up with some scaling options. You may also want something for your knee. So if you've got an ab mat or a towel or pillow or whatever, we're doing some things from the kneeling position today. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds to grab out what you need. If you're already all set and ready to go, we'll just start real simple here. So we'll just start with some neck circles. Today is Friday, guys. TGIF. Just going every which way here. What I always like to do is kind of just give a little gentle tug that feels nice along the traps at the top there. Cool. Let's do some arm circles. So forwards and backwards. And then let's do a couple each direction, really big. And backwards. All right, perfect. Let's kick it up a notch. Let's do some jogging in place here, guys. Keep rocking, a couple more seconds. And relax. Let's take it down to some mountain climbers. Again, we're just taking these nice and slow so that we get a stretch. And as always, you can kind of drive up at that hip. You can throw some weight over the ankle. You can open up to the sky. Okay, switch it up. Whatever feels good for you, or wherever you're feeling like you need it the most. We're going 10 total here. I lost track already, but that's all right. Sit up one more on each side. I'm feeling like I need a little extra stretch anyways. Feeling a little sore. Alright, we're going to keep it at the floor here, and we're going to go with some T-spine rotation. You can either go hand behind head, or I like to give myself a big hug, and reach to the sky. Let's go 5 apiece. Try to follow your hand on the way up. This is about my end range of motion here. And switch sides. All right, I should be doing those every day in my warm-up. All right, lunge with reach. So today we have a movement where we're lunging and doing a little bit of trunk rotation. So right now for warm-up, lunge and give me a nice reach, or you can give a little twist if you want. Just getting into that side body, that lat a little bit, those quads if you want to sit forward for a minute or sit back, into the hamstrings. This is like a quadruple in one movement. This one's one of my faves. Awesome, let's go one more each side. All right, perfect. Let's take it down to all fours. We're going to hit up the bird dog, so opposite hand, opposite foot. You're going to push that wall away from behind you and squeeze that glute. Let's Go 5 on each side. How cool would it be if this was like 3D? I haven't seen a 3D movie in a really long time. I think the last one was that Avatar. That's pretty good. Which I think they're coming out with another one, so people say, but I haven't heard anything else about it. Alright, let's get our shoulders. We have a lot of shoulder movement today, so we're going to do some inchworm. So you're going to walk yourself out. At the top, make sure you drive that head through. And walk it back. Gonna go 5. If you feel like your shoulders need a little extra, you maybe want to hit a push-up at the bottom. You can do that. You can be super extra. Oh, let's see if I got one. Oh yeah. Alright, then we're going to go into a plank march. Again, like I said, we've got that trunk stuff going on today, so we want to make sure our core is ready to go. So you're going to be in a high plank and just walking with the feet. So just raising the legs for 10 total. Perfect. And our last one then is just a hollow hold. So flip it on over to your back. And feet and shoulders off the floor. You can come here for a modification. You could dead bug. Same arm, same leg goes back, but let's just hang here for just a little bit longer. And hang tight for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Awesome. So if you hopped onto the video just a little bit late, I did suggest maybe having some options for weights today. We are doing some overhead movements. If you don't have a lot of options for dumbbells and whatnot, that's okay. We can come up with some suggestions for scaling. And then lastly, you might want something for your knee. Towel, pillow, ab mat, whatever you got. So we have 2 kind of longer AMRAPs today. Again, I always harp on you guys, quality over quantity, right? But the first one, 15 minutes. Everything is going to be 10 per side. The first one is a high plank wow. High plank pass through. Say that 10 times fast. So you're going to be in that high plank position, and then you always are going to be pulling that bell away. Okay? So if I'm pulling with my right hand, it's coming from the left side, dragging that across. That'll be 10 per side. The next one is where the thing for your knee might come in handy, so half kneeling. And then we're going to do what's called a chop. See, I have a plate to demo with. Some of my other implements are a little bit too heavy for me. So you're coming from the hip, and then all you're doing is, like you're going to be throwing it over your shoulder, right? So just a little bit of trunk rotation in there. You can kind of follow it with your eyes as you're about to toss it over your shoulder. If it's too heavy to go overhead, just keep the trunk rotation here for me, okay? And that way you're still getting a little bit of shoulder work just by holding it, and that's fine. The last one is an overhead march, and for that you're going to take your implement of choice, punch it up overhead, check those ribs, make sure they're tucked down, and then we're just marching 1, 2, 3, and so on. So that would just be 10 steps, 1, 2, 3 on your right side, and then 10 steps holding it with your left arm. All right, so that is the movements. If holding overhead is too much there, take that down to a front rack for your march. All right. Give you guys just a few more seconds. Make sure you have everything that you need out. I'm going to grab a quick drink of water, and then we'll start the clock. Oh yeah. The good juice. All right. Going in 10 seconds, guys. High plank is first. per side. 3, 2, 1. Try not to let those hips twist too much. If you have to widen out the feet just a hair, go for it. We're gonna feel our shoulders on these kneeling chops and overheads here. So you're going from opposite hip, tossing over your opposite shoulder. Perfect. You should feel those obliques working on this one, guys. Those beach body abs. That's what we want. So when we come out of quarantine, we look like, I don't know, bodybuilders. I was trying to think of a specific name, but I can't think of anything right now. See if I can get this bad boy overhead today. Oh! Woo-hoo-hoo. Holy moly, that's heavy. Alright, that's one down for me, guys. Where you guys at? Once again, my arms are gonna fall off. Ooh, we had that one on like Tuesday. I thought I was gonna have to sew my arm back on. That's what I'm feeling again here. If you can hold for all 20 of those, we're champions, guys. Those get tough. Alright. What are we throwing over our shoulders? Sacks, potatoes, salt, garlic, scare the vampires. Remember, if the overhead's too much on this, you can just take it into that rotation. Just side to side. 5 minutes in. That means we got 10 to go, guys. Keep it up. That purple was a one-time gig. Oh, man. You're pulling your leg up with that core, so squeeze. Again, you can just keep it at the front rack if overhead's too much. So let's see those knees nice and high. And rinse and repeat, guys. Here we go. Woo. Still feeling that shoulder burn even without going overhead. Just to stabilize. How we feeling, guys? We're over half. Stay with it. Okay to have that hand out for some counterbalance. I quit talking during that one. Did you guys see my arm kind of get lax and float away? Punch up on that thing as hard as you can. There we go. Those dance moves again, guys. Just shimmy. And maybe I'll feel my arms again. Does anyone have to chop firewood at home for their fireplace? You guys are probably pros at this one. I'm pretty sure James did the WOD brief with the green kettlebell, meaning 53 pounds on this. Holy smokes. James, that makes you an animal. Just saying. Here I am with my 10-pound plate. Let's do this, guys. We got 3 minutes. It's time for one more full round. Let's go. Come on, guys, 90 seconds. Let's get this round done. Stretch. Let's do it. Finish up whatever you're on, guys. Come on. Got time for a few more. 10. 3. Awesome. That's it for that one. Take a minute. Shake out those arms. We'll take just a minute here to let ourselves come back down before we cover the next movements. If you're like, oh my God, we have another one, it's okay, we can do it. So I just did a little crossbody there, and now I'm trying to reach my hands behind. You should feel that in the front of the shoulder, a little bit of tricep. This side I gotta like, hike it up there. Nowhere near my other side as far as touching them together. You can see it over here. I can't even like turn it up. Alright, I'm also going to hit, it's kind of similar thing we did in warm-up, but just come all the way down to the floor with it, so some thread the needle. So you're just trying to get the back side of your shoulder to the floor here. Yeah, do that a couple times. Alright, let me grab my other kettlebell. I shouldn't even bring out smaller options because then I'm more inclined to scale down to that even when I think I probably don't need to. That's all right. Alright, so the next one, oh my lord. Alright. Breaking stuff. 18-minute AMRAP, guys. We have 8 reset swings, and basically all that means is that you're going to be coming down to the floor every time, just like we would do with a good setup position. So that setup position just means kettlebells just a little bit slightly in front of you. You're getting that back set nice and tight. We're going to come up to the swing and reset every time, okay? Just be conscious that the swing comes in nice and tight up high, that we're not swinging down too low and getting lax in that back. Chest up, swing, back down, and reset. Clean to lunge, we're going to go 6 on each side. Again, you're starting from the floor here. You're going to swing, punch it up into that front rack position, and then lunge back on that same leg. And then from here, you're just going to kind of bump it off the shoulder. It's going to come from the swing each time then, and back to the lunge. Okay? Then your last one is a kettlebell snatch. The first rep will always start from the floor, and then once again, if you're using the kettlebell, typically things come from the swing. So that's going to look like this. You'll get set, get tight, okay? All the way up overhead. The key for both the clean and the snatch is to not let that swing get too far out in front of you. You want that kind of high pull or high elbow position and that quick turnover. Okay, and then to come back down from the swing and punch it. Cool? And that will be 4 per side. So, let me turn my other clock on here. 8 reset swings, 6 cleans to lunge on each side, and then 4 snatches on each side. All right. And we will go in 10. 5,
3, 2, 1, go.
I had to see what that sounded like. If you're weirded out by cleaning each time, if you just want to keep it up in the front rack position and hit your lunges, that's cool. you just want to keep it right here, we can do that. Biggest thing for these movements too, guys, is not death gripping your kettlebell. That's going to allow it to turn over and hopefully not slap your arms or your wrist too badly. If you're brand new to the snatch and you just can't figure it out, if you just want to go with a swing all the way up overhead, we could do that as well. And then you just go 8 total swings overhead. Otherwise, focus on keeping that in nice and tight and punch. Mine's still slapping me a little bit here. Whoops. I tend to be a death gripper myself. It's okay, let loose. Yeah, I should feel your hamstrings engaged the entire time with those resets. You kind of stay in that loaded position there. Let's see. We don't need that one. That's for sure. Check that rack position. Let's make sure we got that 45-degree angle. And we're not bearing that weight to that forearm or the wrist. So kind of create yourself a shelf. We also have done a lot of lunges this week, guys, so if the single leg is a little bit too much and you just want to take it to like a goblet squat or take the weight all together, that'd be fine as a scaling option today as well. If you got achy old 90-year-old knees like me in my 30-year-old body. I was an English major, guys. I can't do math. Where am I? Awesome, that felt better. So you guys gotta find what works best for you, as always. So we can stay moving as best as possible. Woo. So I really focused on this rather than swinging out here. And that transition was much, much smoother for me. That felt good. You sit. Sit. Nice job. Down. Lay down. Over here. Come on, over here. Sit. Down. Down. How we doing, guys? Hanging in there? Over half. I think the first AMRAP was a little bit harder on my shoulders. This one's cranking up my lungs a little bit more. What do you think? Keep on swinging, keep on swinging. Swinging, swinging. Make sure when you reset, you're pulling those shoulder blades back and keeping that tight, not only the hamstrings, but those shoulders. All right, the little guy's coming out, guys. The little guy. This one doesn't sit on you very well, though. To go, guys. Can I get a virtual thumbs up? Air high fives. Woo! All right, I'm 5 in, which means you guys are probably like 7 or 8. I guarantee it. So, keep kicking my buns here, guys. Keep rocking. My poor neighbors. I try to set it down so nicely. Sweet, if you're still lunging again, as always, check those angles and make sure you squeeze that butt to stand you up every time. Ayo, 2 minutes, guys. Let's go. Show me what you got. Couple more reps. Let's go. 10. Hang on, guys, on whatever you're doing. 3.
2, 1.
Oh,
Stop.
stop. Please stop. Woo! All right, once again, breathing is going to come down. We're going to chill out. And let's hit those wrists for a second. You can still breathe while we do this. So, on all fours. Come here. So we move over. Alright, on all fours. And basically all you're going to do is put your palms up. You're going to make a fist, let it go. Make a fist, let it go. Let's do that a couple times. Awesome, guys. That is all that I have for you guys today. It is Friday, TGIF, one more time. And I will see you back at on Monday at 9. Awesome. Have a good weekend, guys.